So you all sihat ke? Boleh tu check kat tepi tu. You can start chatting.
Sihat.
Abdul Azim. Okay, Abdul Azim. Waalaikumsalam. I pun baru je breakfast. My breakfast ialah air je. Kita terus lunch. Okay, sihat Good. Apa ni? Azim. Okay, I continue. For if you see your already upload assignment inside this Microsoft team, and then you go and take a look lah because I want you to read dulu, understand dulu, try dulu, then only during lab you ada soalan nak tanya. Kalau you tak start dulu, you macam tak ada nothing, surely you have nothing to ask for lab today, later, for one of you kan ada lab afterward, I'm going to brief you on your assignment. So no project lah. Project you continue like normal. It's just that I will not. But you can also ask. You can always ask kalau you ada masalah on project. But specifically we focus on assignment lah this week Start doing it. Start tengok, at least you faham. Kalau tidak memang you tak akan tahu punya. Your brain not ready. So because of the assignment, and then I will jump to module 7 for this week. Sebab this semester I dah shift it. Dulu assignment you hantar ujung-ujung kan. Tapi kan I cakap dengan you kan, ujung-ujung tu terlampau banyak sangat assignment, terlampau banyak sangat test. Student become very stressed. So I make it earlier. I straight away go to module 7. But don't worry, this one dia tak apa dia tak ada consequently prerequisite. This topic tak ada prerequisite lah. Ini you kena start dengan module 1, 2, 3 baru go to 7 So it should be okay. Sayu je you all ni sunyi, sepi you okay ke? Kalau suara pun
Okay, doktor.
Memang suara you lembut kan atau you dah sayu? Dah macam sayu tu dah lembut, dah suara dah macam mana tak ada semangat. Marina, you memang suara ayu gitulah kan? Betul?
Biasa je.
Biasa je. Yang lain yang next year. Ya, Christina. Yalah sekarang ni trend-trend kan, kalau tengok my board girl pula, kalau ubur muka tu dia ada bintik-bintik tu. One time I take video dengan dia buat bintik-bintik kan. Saya kenapa you buat macam ni? It's a trend mami, it's a trend. Okay. So say something. Tu yang sebelah tu meeting. Are you okay? I want to see how many people are okay. Cik pun dah tak larat ke? Baru kelas week ketiga ni.
I'm still okay, doctor. Still surviving.
Still surviving. Okay, Kamarul. Okay, good. Ramai yang respon maksud dia still okay. Okay, Wilson, Chua. Wilson, I just want, Wilson, are you from Sabah, Sarawak?
Yes, doctor, from Sabah.
Sabah, Sarawak. But it means your parents Chinese, is it? Your father, mother Chinese?
Yeah, my father is Chinese. Yes, my mother is Kadazan.
Okay, so you're mixed lah. So you more toward Chinese or more toward Kadazan?
Not sure.
You're confused.
Yeah, confused.
Okay, so you do you practice both culture? Chinese New Year you still celebrate?
Yeah.
So it means Kadazan pun you still celebrate? So you practice both lah Okay, Atila. Okay, thank you. Banyak respon ni. Now ada 51 student. Keep improving Now I start sharing. Can you see?
Boleh.
Okay, good. I also want to see this. So not sure, you just chat so that I can see. Sorry, hari ni angin sikit badan I. This chapter is about basic visualization design. It means that you have visualization, then you makeup kan dia. This makeup is my own term. Makeup kan dia, cantik-cantikkan dia. And some of the information I get from here, you can go and dig out. Like you say, nowadays we learn from anywhere, anytime. It's not restricted anymore. These are some of the basic visualization design. It means the position of your, for instance, your point, your dot, your line, and then the shape. Sometimes during a map, you have a you have that triangle shape, you have bulat shape, you have a diamond shape all over the map to represent data. And then when you talk about orientation, you're talking about size. Bigger size, it means bigger population. Less size, less population. Or frequency, color. And then this one color you use a lot, right? Different bar in your bar chart, right? Different bar with different color to represent different entity from your data. And then you have value. Sometimes you add numbers on top of each bar. Sometimes you don't put. Sometimes you put value atas tu. Sometimes you put value in the middle. Or you have a circle bubble chart. In the center you put value inside it. Some no, some you use, you call it what now? Your mouse over. When the mouse over, then only you see the pop-up bubble, right? Keluar value. And then we have texture. Texture tu permukaan dia. Some use menggerutu lah, some plain, some shining texture. And then length. Different length have different frequency. This usually lah slope. And then sometimes you put arrow to show that slope going up. Arrow to show that slope going up. You have a bar chart as an example. Bar chart is going down. So you add arrow to show that, oh, the slope, our sales are going down. You add things. And then thickness. Yeah, sometimes the thickness of the line represents something, an angle, different. Usually angle, the bigger the angle, it means the more population. And then distance from one point to another point. Well, let's see this. So color gradient. First we go to color. Color, mostly we use color a lot. The most that we use for is color. Let me see if we can increase it. This one you can get it from Google Drive that I give to you. So gradient, it means that color that slowly getting darker or getting lighter. This one is great to show patterns, example on maps. But it's hard to picture the actual value from them and to see difference between the values. This one also be careful. You should not use it for discrete kind of data, like example this type of data. Should not use. This is not ideal. Because now you can see it side by side, yes. But what if it is not side by side? It is difficult to see. This one can. But this one you see they use two only. A and B color. Not like this, poor, rich, too many here. Gradually increase. Very difficult. Usually you use this for like map. Map, it means that you not really care about the exact location of tabulation. You just want to see that generally overall. As an example, you see this part, the population here is bigger. When you come to this one, oh, the population here is less. That's all, just a general. A general, you want to see usually we want to see the frequency lah, or the depth of the data into it. Is it more or is it less? Consider showing your most important value with bar, position like in a dot plot, or even areas. Okay, like this one. And then use color to only show categories. Reader will be able to demonstrate the value faster. Categories. Not this. This is not good. Let's see next. So again here, colored is to distinguish category in your data. But try to avoid using more than 7 colors. Why 7 colors? Because psychologically, that's why I say this subject dia ada sikit art. When you dealing with art, is always a little bit on psychology kan. Art ni tak semestinya dia human punya perception kan, psychology ni. Jadi psychologically is only 7, even 3 if you have parents, you have children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, right? The depth of that 3 no longer than 7. Termasuklah parent tu sekali, 7. So parents dengan cucu cicit dia ada 6 generasi. That's all. You cannot go more. Because the more you go, people get confused. People get frustrated. When I see sekali benda berserabut, you dah macam, malas dah nak tengok. Psychologically, So, this subject memainkan peranan. That peranan very important. And I tell you, last night I got viva kan satu student PhD kan. Dia pun buat benda macam tu, buat a new graph. Dalam new graph tu, yes, semua psikologi team keluar. Psychology of color, psychology of this. Kenapa dia pakai this color, why he use this design, why he use this, why. Everything must justify. And most of it come from psychology. Because dia nak design a new graph. Designing a new graph. You are currently just using the graph. When you use the graph, you have choice. The choice of your designing the graph tu lah, the basic design kan, the makeup tu. These are the things that you need to consideration. These are the things, if you go and baca, memang very interesting. Go and read. Banyak psychology of color, psychology of design. Orang yang study art, orang yang study marketing kan, marketing yang dia orang buat. Art for marketing. Dulu I biasa tengok satu course ni, dia kelas design. But kelas design dia bukan yang melukis tu semua, no. Kelas design dia adalah untuk for business purpose. Maksudnya you design bag, you design kotak. Color apa you nak buat kotak tu, macam mana you nak design the bag tu, apa you nak lukis atas bag tu, hoodie bags, apa semua yang pergi shopping tu kan. Some dia very simple, yang coklat tu kan, recycle paper, coklat, but design seketul satu toy, but you look very exclusive. Betul, I tell you. So, you can also learn this thing and then you can apply. Dan kelas macam tu dia selalu dekat macam kelas Likod Wing, universiti yang macam tu lah memang khas untuk design macam UiTM ni, we banyak, how to say, not so, we ada skill tapi we also go for, the theory part. When you apply, dia bukan 100% skill lah Dan the one that I cakap tu is more on skill type of class. Okay. Go and read your reader will need to often consult the color key to understand what show. This one, very irritating as the example here kan. Too many. If I were to see this, I kena tengok bawah. I tengok atas, I tengok bawah. I tengok atas, I tengok bawah. Because the reason I want to know what is this, then I see. Then when I come to this legend, is it this one? Is it this one? Lebih kurang aja color dia ni. Yang ni kot. You see. When you have this, especially this one and this one, you see. C and D, DSC, they look almost similar. You refer yang mana satu ni? Betul. Tapi luckily, dia letak by position. You mean A, B kan? No, not juga. Betul-betul A, C. D, dia letak by position. And then kalau you dah confused tengah-tengah, you kena kira pula A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, this is G. Baru tengok G. You see, it's a kind of frustrating, especially you see G and J. Lebih kurang lah color dia. So, This one psychologically people akan malas nak tengok. Siapa nak susah-susah tengok you punya benda kan. Nak kira-kira lagi. And then if people who really want to understand it, they become tired lah. Cepat penat. Tengok benda-benda macam ni. Okay, so another way you can do is this way. Nampak tak? A, B, side by side. Because this is also comparison. They want to compare from top and bottom. Okay, luckily the position, this one, betul. I mean, you boleh tengok ini dengan ini dengan ini. But actually it's not obvious. You tengok sini. Kalau seandainya you sekali glance. So the purpose of visualization is to assist people to get information, to get the knowledge hidden behind your data in a glance. That's why when you do your desktop, make sure everything, the first your desktop, make sure everything, all your graph is inside one screen. Because last semester I have student yang buat salah. Dia buat contohnya to answer research question 1, dia bubuh satu screen, satu tab kan, kat bawah tu kan ada tab. And then second tab is to answer research question 2. And then the third tab research question 3. This one dah hujung-hujung baru I realise. Baru the student tunjuk kat I. Then I say no, you have to buat balik. Tukar balik, tarik semua dalam satu screen, otherwise you lose mark. The reason is because the purpose of visualization is for a fast information. We don't want the old style yang kalau ada website tu kan, daripada atas sampai berjela-jela bawah graf, scroll lagi nak tengok atas, scroll balik atas lagi, scroll balik bawah, or scroll kiri, scroll kanan. No, it's not like that. Data visualization is everything inside one screen. Now bila I cakap macam ni kan, siapa yang tak masuk dalam kelas I, siapa selalu macam tu lah. I dah explain macam ni. Tapi bila sometimes tahulah kan, you letih ke, you penat ke, I do not know, you just masuk but you are not listening. Probably you ada assignment lain, you just focus on other assignment. Selalu jadi macam tu lah. You juga ada explain. Jadi memang tak boleh macam tu. Next time when you kerja pun sama. Everything must be in one screen. Lepas tu kalau you nak tambah continuous screen, tu boleh. Itu macam dah ada main, baru ada sub-sub, you want to stress more, that is okay. But satu yang main tu kena ada in one single dashboard. Jadi barulah people boleh zoom, people boleh filter, dia boleh nampak graf kiri, nampak graf kanan. If I filter for women saja, one graph filter for woman, another one to see sale, pakaian untuk wanita. You nampaklah sale for woman sahaja. Jadi dua graph tu memainkan peranan. So this is like I say, this one it easier to see. Because the purpose of visualization is to fast grab of information, to fast extract dig out information hidden behind the graph. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, how to make better color choice. The first one, use the same color for the same variable. Use the same color is the best option to make your article not overly colorful. Use the same color. For example, it's okay to show unemployment rate in blue in the first chart and a few paragraph later, across domestic product chart with the same color. So blue, this one is for unemployment rate, and the same blue used for product domestic product. But it is not okay if like this. This is not okay. It means China in the first graph is blue. Then a few page later, this is a report. You will be obvious this in report or inside your dashboard. Dashboard kan banyak-banyak graph. Example this graph and this graph. And then on the same dashboard, you have this one China is red, whereas China here is blue. So cannot. This one cannot, because very confusing. But if this is about gross pay, this is about unemployment, this rate, two different entity, that is okay. There. However, if you use more than one color for your first chart, the color in this chart will be taken. Ini dah dipakai. Nobody can use already. Orang dah book. What trying to say here is like this. China is blue. So blue dah tak boleh pakai for any others. Germany cannot use blue because already taken. To not confuse reader and increase comparability, consider only using this color again if you're showing data about the same category country. Okay. So you use this way. This is better. China green, dark green. This is also dark green. When you have German, use different color. Make sure to explain to reader what color encode. This is your legend. Your legend you have to explain. So this value, if you were to use this on your map, 0 to 100, you explain this is 0, this is 100, the darker is higher. And then here, this one is for discrete data, you have 0, 25. This one also be careful, not every graph is suitable to use this gradient color. And then these are the latest version. Latest version is in a text. Share of people in China and Germany. They don't use this method, they use this. Remember I told you, this class is a little bit of art, you can explore on your own. Some people naturally, you are art kan, you ada strength, you ada kekuatan dekat art tu, you boleh design lah a new one. A new style that you think is okay. So when we see China, we see China is red. So next time when we see red, your graph red, it means China. Yeah. Every visual mark that represent a value or variable should be explained. Yes, you have to explain. What does the height of your bar mean? The height mean what? Is it good or is it bad? I mean the height can be good and can also be bad, If your height is about sale, yes, it's good. But if your height is about loss, all the graph is about loss, it means high is not good. The loss is high. What does the size of your circle on the symbol map represent? The circle size. Circle, you mean the bigger the circle, of course, the more. And the circle represent what? Is it represent the group or is it represent the program, the class program, the UITM program? The same is true for colors. There are many ways to create a color key. Many ways. Consider the color gray as the most important color in database. You see, they use database. Database ni ialah another terminology for data visualization. Because visualization is too panjang nak sebutkan. Database, they also have a database journal. Journal database. They also have a conference named database. That one is yearly, very prestige. Prestige conference, yang pergi conference tu semua yang canggih-canggih lah. You nak hantar paper kat situ pun, kalau paper you bukan tak canggih, they reject je, they will not accept. And usually it's like, because I attend a talk by this Professor Oxford. He adalah orang pioneer yang develop that conference. He say, dulu data visualization was under computer science, just under algorithm semua. Then they all selalu pergi this conference. Then they say, why don't we try, we see. Kalau we buka database ni, ada tak community for this? And then the first time he opened, he said, wow, he was so shocked that so many community researcher lah, they call it community lah kan, their own community researcher on this area. This one dah lama dah, I think more than 10 years ago. Maksud data visualization is not new. Sekarang saja baru dia talk. Dulu-dulu dia macam baru-baru kan. Since then lah. And then when they have their own community, selalu geng-geng dia je lah yang pergi. Because conference ni adalah tempat untuk socialize. They discuss, they meet people on the same area, same interest. So database. And then another one is storytelling. It's also storytelling is also a term or terminology used for data visualization. Now let's talk about grey. Grey is color not so cantik kan? Grey. But if you design your house grey, very nice kan? Grey and then you merah sikit. This is me. I white, grey. That is my design lah, but mostly white. Everything white, my door, my everything, semua white. Cuma my kerusi je grey, sebabnya white tak boleh lah. Ni every year I kena tukar kerusi lah nak. Because tu cepat kotor kan. Kalau you are single, you stay by yourself, single. Some other people kan, they like to be single, especially Singaporean They like to be single. Perempuan-perempuan, they don't want to marry, single. They want privacy, duduk sorang-sorang. Macam tu boleh lah. Your house semua putih. Kerusi-kerusi semua putih. Because I like putih. Okay, using grey is less important element in your chart. Why I say that? Later you will see. Make your highlight color and other color as a highlight so that it stick out even more. Let us see this one. You see this, This one, if you see this, I will assume that everything is important. Everything is in the, is in the discussion. You want to analyze everything inside here. But when I see like this, I know that your discussion is only this one. The rest are, we call it awareness, relative to. The relative to is also important, in data visualization. As an example, if in future lah you have children, your anak balik, and then your anak tell, Mommy, or Daddy, I got 90 for my math. Then you say, oh, very good, pandai, tepuk-tepuk tangan, ha. You say, okay, come, we're going to have dinner. I belanja you what you want to eat, ice cream or whatever, very happy. And then you ask, what are others of your friend get? Then your child say, oh, everyone get 100. I'm the only one got 90. I'm the lowest in the class. You see, different kan? So these are the reason we have this relative. Even though you say you are 90, but your 90 relative to others, is it good or is it bad? Similarly, if your children come back with 30 out of 100, 36 example lah, 36 out of 100. Then you say, oh, so bad you. Then your children say, no, I'm the highest in the class. Relative to others. That's why I say these are all arts. You not express information. This is communication. You want to communicate with people. These are the things that you add. You tak ada bubuh ni seketul satu je dia. Then you say, oh, okay, our sales are increasing. It's good. Then if you have relative of other product, then you say, oh, this product is leading as compared to other product. But this product is better. Okay, this product is better. So this is, like I say lah, is an art. How you going to communicate? Just like buat karangan kan. Some people, they buat karangan sedap baca-baca. The communication, to sampai nice. Some people, they buat juga karangan tapi dengan keadaan yang macam, bila you baca, you rasa macam dia marah-marah, but the message also sampai. Sama lah kalau you dengar people yang bagi syarahan kan. Some ustaz dia cakap lembut sampai, some ustaz marah-marah. No, you kena buat macam ni, tak boleh. Ini haram. Kan? The tone, intonasi apa semua tu kan. So some cakap lembut je, jangan. Some cakap yang jenis memujuk. Kita kena buat kebaikan. Kebaikan ni. Dia macam ajak, memujuk. You see? The message tu, cara nak sampaikan message tu. It's a communication. Graph is also a communication. Benda-benda ni, you kena explore lah. You kena explore. And then if you to master this, kalau masuk advanced class pun dia tak ajar benda tu. Advanced class more on the, more on the calculation part lah. You will learn more, you will learn statistik. Dalam kelas ni tak ada statistik. You will learn a little bit of statistik. Benda-benda yang itulah, yang benda-benda art ni, you kena go and read more. Banyak YouTube, pergi tengok YouTube. Masuk grup-grup yang sekarang ni ada banyak lah kan, grup-grup yang you boleh masuk online, grup yang discussion group online, yang academic way. Then you can learn. Okay, let's see here. That's why grey. Don't underestimate grey. Grey is also, tapi orang kahwin-kahwin pun pakai grey kot kan sekarang ni. Grey very cantik sebenarnya. Ada biasa wedding, my friend, dia punya pelamin tu adalah putih dengan grey je. Bunga-bunga putih grey. Dia ada sikit merah-merah dan menyerlahkan lagi. Like this one lah. Everything grey, this one menyerlahkan. Grey is also helpful for general context data. Less important annotation. Yes, less important. You want to say that this is communication lah. You want to tell people that this is not to say less important. I'm not focusing on that. Okay, in my discussion, it's not in my discussion. It's just awareness sahaja, relative to sahaja, to show what unselected by the user or to calm down the overall visual impression of your art. Calm down. This one like, wow, so many. So if I click this one, if I click orange, the rest will become grey. And then orange is highlighted. Then I capture this, masuk dalam report. Now I want to discuss about rating. I click the rating, the rest become grey. Then I capture it, put inside my report, then I discuss about it. You all faham ke ni? Come, say something. Faham Nanti I je yang shock sendiri sebab benda ni is like, you know, benda yang how to say, it's not calculation. Di computer science ni banyak calculation lah, benda-benda yang facts, fakta. Ini benda yang soft skill. Soft skill ni macam ni lah. Faham, bagus. Abang faham. Azim, yang lain faham tak? I want to see, type something. You all I want to tengok sikit. Grey your favourite colour. Yes. Grey dia macam cool, dia nampak elegant. Kalau you pakai baju grey, elegant. Dark is too dark lah kan, grey. I pun suka grey sebenarnya. Okay, Wilson. Ni, faham. Izati. Laila. Nazima, Izlin. Nisa. Okay, good. Rabiatul. Okay, great. So this is a soft skill kan. Soft skill ni dia tak sama lah macam, you know, the calculation that you use. Calculation tu dia right or wrong. Walaupun ada cara-cara lain, come back to satu juga, right or wrong. Macam algorithm, there are many ways to solve problem. You can go this way, you can use array, you can use linked list, you can use stack, you can use queue, but towards the end, you dapat same result. But soft skill ni tak kan. If you design using grey, your graph, grey. If you design using, you know, another tone of color, you get different kind. Okay. Okay, you see Adila, Anis, you are abstract kind of person. You can extract this and then you can say, yes, it's like a background character in the movie. Yes, in the movie we have a background character. Kalau tak ada background character, masa contohnya you pergi restoran, you makan, kosong aja kedai tu. Tunjuk dua aktor je, hero dengan heroine makan. That is not right kan, menunjukkan kedai ni tak laku ke, ataupun this person probably hire the whole restaurant for themselves. I mean tak real kan. You go to McD takkan lah kan. Mesti ada karakter yang dia orang panggil apa, pak pacak kat situ. Ada je kawan-kawan I yang pak pacak ni, I selalu usik-usik je dia. Kadang-kadang dia dalam kenduri kendara, dia pun pakai lah baju lawa-lawa, lampu semua, pergi kenduri buat. Selalulah I tengok gambar dia dalam Facebook tu. Dia pak pacak lah, tapi dia pun model. He is a he. He also a model. Tapi he's engineer tau. He's engineer, kawan universiti I dekat US dulu, tapi dia suka, dia punya hobi. Masa lapang sebab anak-anak dah besar. Selalunya benda ni anak-anak dah besar. He's a model, man model for baju. Tapi man dia tua pun tak apa jadi modeling ni. Baju-baju untuk itulah, untuk man yang apa big boss. Big boss ni selalunya orang tua kan. big boss, CEO, COO, dia modeling for that. Grey is like background character in the movie. Ya, betul. Okay, so very interesting. Sebenarnya I suka. I am a person, dulu I tell you lah, just cerita sikit je lah. When my children was small, young lah, masa sekolah kan. Sebab zaman universiti tu, I also take drawing class. I take 2 drawing class. Okay, lukisan class. Because you all tak ada chance kat Malaysia ni. Kita orang kat sana macam UiTM lah. I nak lukisan. I go to fakulti Art and Design. I pergi sign up lah kelas dia. Tapi of course lah, you tak boleh sign kelas yang atas lah. You boleh sign kelas yang bawah-bawah je. Because kelas-kelas yang atas tu ada prerequisite. You kena ambil this one baru you boleh ambil atas. So ambil lah drawing. My drawing is only black and white sahaja. They use charcoal. Arang. Tapi arang dia bukanlah arang yang masak you pergi camping semua tu. Arang dia dalam bentuk macam pensel tu. You boleh google dia tengok. Bentuk pensel tapi bukan bentuk pensel. Dia tak ada pun pensel. Dia pensel tu dalam dia tu saja. Tapi ketul besar-besar lah. Besar-besar jari kelingking dia tu. Besar-besar jari kelingking you tu. Jadi tangan you memang all habis lah. Memang out lah. You masuk kelas drawing tu you pakai apron tau. Pakai apron apa semua macam that kind of class lah. So you okay. Just black and white. Of course. The charcoal tu adalah colour dia. Hitam, grey, different kind of grey and white. White adalah pemadam. Sebab you tak boleh padam kan. You nak padam, you ambil putih tu you lukis atas dark tu. Dia padam lah. And then you smear dengan tangan you. Tolak dengan tangan you apa semua. Tapi it's very interesting. I love it. I tak tahu lukisan I tu dah hilang. I bawa balik ada 2 yang I bawa balik. And then honestly I tell you, kalau siapa-siapa yang tak datang for a class, the following week dia datang, the lecturer always tell me, go and see. They all call me Z kan. Go and see Z. Apa yang kita do last class. I punya selalu menjadi rujukan. Lepas tu, when my children, because drawing art colour ni is actually psychology tau. You can improve your children punya intelligence through drawing, through art, through express through music and so on. I tell you because you're going to be parents kan in future kan. Because I tell you I already implement it and I can see lah my children. Kan I cakap you kan my children SPM or straight A+. Bukan I paksa-paksa pun because I also study psychology. Honestly I study psychology. I took a few psychology class. Like I say lah, in US you boleh je ambil kelas tu. You pergi je psychology punya department, dia punya school dia, you pergi sign up kelas tu. Jadi bila you sign up, you ambil lah kelas psychology. That one is elective. We have to take elective. So you have choice. What elective you want? I pilih lah. Apa yang I suka. That is a good thing. So I belajar, selalunya I ambil adalah child psychology. So whatever I learn, you can baca. Sekarang ni banyak dah. Banyak zaman internet kan. Zaman I tak ada internet tau. I study dulu tak ada internet. Bila I dah nak balik Malaysia, baru internet keluar. Kat US tu last semester baru keluar. Last semester lah. I think last 2 semester lah. Last 2 semester baru keluar. At the time bukan colour-colour macam ni. At the time tak ada lagi. At the time dia just black and white screen sahaja. We type panjang, type. IRC lah. Tak salah I. Sekarang ni ada lagi benda tu. Dia masa tu tak ada lagi ni. All this GUI semua ni tak ada. Everything computer is all black and white. Macam some of you, if you study like SQL kan. SQL for server programming. Sampai sekarang still using this way lah. Bukan Microsoft. Microsoft dia memang ada gadget-gadget yang color-color semua ni kan, GUI, interface. Kalau you are study yang macam free punya kan, macam apa tu yang free punya, kalau you study Hadoop ke apa ke, big data Hadoop ke semua, is that type one. You type, you have to memorize every single coding. Everything, semua hard coded. Yes, that part. So masa tu is that type lah. And then I go take psychology, so that's why I implement it to my children. You baca je. You baca, sekarang ni banyak orang benda-benda ni. And then one of it ialah itulah self-expression. That's why if you see dia orang punya children, dia akan ada setiap tahun dia akan ada tu role play tu, dia akan ada drama. Dia akan ada acting kan, drama dia. Every children akan ambil. The reason is because ada kesan dia kat situ. They want the children to express themselves. Bila dia menari, dia dancing atas stage, so they express themselves. And then boost up their confidence. So they are using a lot of psychology kat situ. Kita sekolah tak ada budak yang pandai je pergi competition, yang tak pandai tak buat competition. Kalau dancing pun select aja 2-3 orang, yang lain tak dancing, yang lain dia tak involve semua children. Tu sekolah kita. Sekolah kita bagi I fail lah kalau dari segi psikologi. Tak lah fail 100%. I pun come from that kan. Tapi itulah menjadikan children kita soft skill tu tak ada. Intelligent memang okey lah, membaca, apa semua memang okey. The soft skill part tu lacking. So, like I say drawing kan, I even sign up I spend 5,000, go up, take a class, okay, for this lah, teaching small children drawing. Teaching small children drawing, but this one is not just drawing tau, dia ada sikit psikologi kat situ. Dia punya konsep adalah to boost up children punya intelligence. Class tu for that. So I sign up to be instructor tau. You can send the children to them. Tapi I kata tak nak lah sebab I suka drawing kan. I just pick up and I buka center I. I ada center I dulu. I mengajar Sabtu Ahad sahaja. I buka pisau kedai. I ambil atas kedai. Because I nak ajar anak I. Sambil-sambil I ajar anak I ajar the children. And then it was successful lah, I tell you. Tapi bila anak I dah besar, I malas lah. Sebab I do it for my children. Jadi dia untuk boost up the brain side, because kita ada left and right brain kan. Soft skill ni is the right side of the brain. Jadi you boost up. Bila you boost up tu, the children dia ada connection. Student yang pandai drawing ni selalunya dia akan pandai math. Music pun sama. I also send my children. My boy take guitar. Kecil-kecil lah, umur 4 tahun, 5 tahun dah main gitar. Tapi gitar pun gitar kecil tau. Ada Yamaha punya gitar kecil. But it's not I say that I want my children to be musician ke. No, it's just that to boost up their brain. Because you main gitar, tangan kiri you petik lain, tangan kanan you petik lain kan. Dia tangan kanan, tangan kiri. You main piano. My girl main piano. Tapi later my boy pun main piano juga. Dia tengok cece dia pun seronok lah nak main. So it's because of tangan. You main tangan kiri, tangan kanan. Tangan kiri, tangan kanan. You nampak tak? Benda-benda tu lah yang stimulate your brain sebenarnya. It's for stimulation. I send just for stimulation sahaja. Bukan for them to, enjoy doing. Tapi sekarang my girl, my boy pun tak main pun muzik-muzik ni semua. Orang tak main pun ada je benda-benda tu. Piano pun piano yang yang kecil tu aje lah. Bukan real piano yang ada kaki apa semua tu tak. Yang you beli dia badan dia saja, elektronik tu, for them to practice saja masa tu. Tapi sekarang pun ada. So this is what I mean soft skill. You can enhance yourself. You can enhance for your children. You yourself pun go and learn. Bila you belajar colouring, bila belajar semua ni, bila you buat graph you become outstanding lah. Lebih menyerlah. Okay, I just want to share you sikit lagi satu. Just for sharing lah. You remember I told you Prof Min Chen kan from Oxford. Masa I buat PhD tu, I pergi ke Oxford. I was there 2 weeks in Oxford. The reason ialah because I nak belajar from this lecturer ni lah. Nak learn from him. Tapi I bukan graduate from Oxford pun. I just get dia punya idea lah. And then dia punya PowerPoint, masa I nak, masa kan UiTM ni kan ada, every semester you have to present lah you punya progress. PhD ni dia tak ada kelas. So towards the end of semester you present, you ada progress. Dia nak tengok lah. Kalau you tak ada progress, you are in danger tau. And then they can take tindakan. Maksud you tak progress, they will take tindakan lah UiTM. Lepas tu so what I do is during presentation tu I pergi study tau. Min Chen ni adalah orang data visualization. Lepas tu I pergi tengok. Lepas tu dia punya PowerPoint dia tu sangat cantik. The way dia design, the way dia dia organize. Satu PowerPoint yang simple tu, yang kecil besar ni, they can put so many information and so organized, so well memang cantik lah. So I learn, I bukan copy dia, I learn cara dia buat tu. I tengok slide dia yang ni, I tengok slide dia yang ni, so I adopt it. So when I present dekat fakulti, okay, surprisingly ada lecturer yang minta I punya slide masa tu. Dia minta, okay, boleh tak I minta you punya slide for my student? I ingat dia nak apa, nak tengok lah macam I tengok Vincent tu punya kan. I nak tengok next semester dia ambil sebiji I punya tu. Then I was so, oh my god, sebab kita present kita tengok lah orang lain, I say, oh my god, I dengan dia sama. Sebab dia ambil sebiji. Sebab I buat satu, I nak pakai lah sampai towards the end. So I was like, oh no, you don't do this. This is orang punya idea, orang punya self-expression. You express to your colour. Because the background semua I design my own. Bukan template daripada PowerPoint ke apa, no. So I so I design a new one. So I tak nak bagi dah kat orang lepas tu. And then masa I Viva, I create another one lagi. Another one lagi yang cara susun, cara organize semua quite nice. And then masa I present tu, again, the lecturer tu kan, the examiner tu, dia kata masa student dia tu nak Viva, dia cakap, okay, you pergi tengok, minta Zainura punya PowerPoint dia, cara dia organize untuk Viva punya tu. You see masa tu I dah lepas dah kan. So I tak kisahlah, I bagilah you nak copy ke, you nak apa, I don't care anymore. Because I want to be unique, I want to be different. Because when different people see that, oh, I know what I'm doing, I express myself well. Because no two person is the same lah. Come on lah, you pakai baju pun no two person have the same self-expression. You makan pun two different people have two different taste lah. Sometimes I kata, sedap, anak I kata, tak sedap lah mami, you see, two different tastes, tak sama. So you express yourself. Art is a way of expressing yourself. That's why I say when I go for the teaching kan, small children tu, this is the way they express themselves. Kalau dia dukir, elephant colour ungu ke, it's okay. It's a self-expression. It's apa yang dia imagination. It's okay, nothing right or wrong because it's an imagination. This is where you boost up children punya creativity. Children tu punya. But kita tak ada. Kita selalu, honestly I tell you, my girl masa tu dia darjah 1. Lepas tu dia drawing selalu dapat A lah. Tak sekali tu dia dapat A minus ke macam tu ataupun B plus. So she was not happy. You tahu lah 7 years old kan, mami I got B plus, I got anything. Then I said, go and ask your teacher, why you get? Then the teacher say, oh, your laut tu too white, terlebih putih. I say, oh my god, 7 years old so it means that what, you kill the children punya creativity, you kill everything lah about the children. I selalu boost up my children. My children masa kecil-kecil tu, oh penat I boost up balik, boost up. Teacher buat macam ni, I boost up balik. I tolak. Reject the teacher tu. In my children mindset lah. Not I pergi fight dengan teacher, I tolak, I say no. The teacher probably did this. But actually is this. Ada sekali tu my boy pagi-pagi aja dah kena rotan dengan sebab my children go to Chinese school. Chinese school boleh rotan. Okay, Chinese school memang boleh rotan. Honestly, I tell you, their father is Chinese. My children are half lah. The father convert to Islam now. So my children are half Chinese. So they went to Chinese school because of the father lah. The father say want to Chinese school. Okay lah, generasi dia. Because Chinese they are very Chinese they are very strong about their culture. Dia tak boleh one. Everything their culture very strong one. Sampai sekarang lah my children dia more like Chinese family lah, honestly. Makan makanan, gitu kan. Tapi my boy ada lebih Melayu lah. My girl can say 90% Chinese lah, the style everything. So go to Chinese school. Chinese boleh rotan. Sekolah Melayu tak boleh rotan. Chinese kenapa boleh rotan? Sebab PIBG kata yes. Mak bapak semua kata yes, boleh rotan. Tak rotan macam mana nak didik anak-anak? Orang Melayu cakap tak boleh rotan sebab I lawyer, I'm a doctor. So anak-anak I semua bagus-bagus, tak boleh rotan. Selalu macam itulah orang Melayu. Kalau Cina no, dia kata boleh rotan. So pagi-pagi dah kena rotan. Balik dia dah tell me, mami, kita kid ni. So I say, why? Because kesalahannya sangat kecil. Kesalahan sangat kecil, you see. Small thing you buat macam tu to small children, dia akan tarnish dia punya psikologi. Because I belajar psikologi. So I know all these things. Bukan bela-bela punya kan, pergi marah-marah cikgu ke apa, no. Excuse me. So I say no. I say probably sometimes it's not your fault. You have, betul, it's not his fault. Tapi the teacher make as though as their fault. Semua salah dia, semua salah dia. Then they will have low self-esteem tau. Everything is my fault. I say no, sometimes the teacher kan, adult life, I say adult life is very complex. I say there are so many problems, masalah anak, masalah wife, masalah mother-in-law, masalah kewangan, kan, berbagai-bagai masalah, masalah kerja. I say they're very complex. Sometimes they cannot handle it. They are so stressed. And then when the first thing they see ialah you, probably dia gaduh dengan husband dia ke nak datang kerja, bergaduh dengan anak dia, and then the first thing dia masuk ialah you, and then you make a slight small mistake that should not begin, tak sepatutnya kena pukul, just tegur je, jangan buat macam tu kan, it's okay. And then teacher pergi pukul, tapi dia orang pukul selalu tangan lah, suruh tangan pak, dia tak ada sebarangan pergi badan kiri kanan susu kaki, tak ada, dia suruh tangan pak sekali macam tu je. So but the children very sad lah, sad. Then I pujuk dia, say no, probably so the teacher release dia punya anger to you. I cakap probably dia dah tak out of control. She is out of control. Yes, we are sometimes out of control. Tak semestinya we adult, we betul. We sometimes out of control, then we terlepas pada anak-anak. Sometimes it's not their fault. So I say, okay, we forgive the teacher. You forgive the teacher, okay? For me, you are doing okay. Macam tu. So I selalu macam tu. I push back my children punya confidence, push up my children confidence. It's like that one. And honestly, I bukan nak cakap apa lah. You as a parent pun you kena buat macam tu. And to me, it's successful. Successful because my children, all dua lah anak I kan, both of them are honestly lah are the leader lah. Pergi mana pun dia akan jadi leader lah. Because you boost up their confidence. Kalau you tak boost up their confidence forever, they cannot excel in life. Soft skill ni is very important. You jangan underestimate. You can be a manager. You can be a great doctor. You can be a great scientist ke apa. But you end up kerja bawah orang, buat aja kerja you so excellent, so good, but you cannot be a leader. Orang lain on top of you yang jadi leader, yang can express themselves. Dia orang yang nak naik pangkat, dia orang yang nampak very excellent, dia orang yang nampak pandai. Sedangkan yang buat kerja you kat bawah tu, trust me lah, I've been working for so long. Before I join UiTM pun, I was a programmer. I work with people. Orang yang dapat nama ni adalah orang-orang yang kat atas tu je, bukan you yang bawa. Orang-orang atas ni sometimes dia bukan pandai pun. Dia just pandai bullshit je, pandai cakap, itu je. Social skill they are very good. Soft skill are very good. Tapi technical wise dia tak tahu pun. Technical wise blur-blur je. You see? So, but of course I not say everybody. Some yes, some from bawah. Dia adalah engineer. Dia dah tahu everything, baru dia naik. This engineer, yes, I respect. Because dia soft skill pun pandai. Dia punya thing tu about engineer pun dia pandai. Yeah. So this one I respect. Tapi kalau yang pandai cakap aja benda bawa dia pun tak tahu apa semua, this one no. Of course lah, dia pandai buat duit je lah kan. Company one je. But these people pandai soft skill. Pandai macam datuk-datuk pergi, sapu-sapu, datuk-datuk dapat projek, dapat all this thing. Company suka, bayar gaji dia banyak-banyak. Yang buat kerja nak mampus, yang make the system very high quality is you. You yang bawah tu. So I don't want my children to be like this. So I tell my children, no, I don't want, because I raise my children to survive in this world. Bukan to dapat A, bukan to dapat. A is not important to me. As long as you can survive in this world. When you start kerja, you know how to solve problem, you know how to handle situation, you know how to socialize with people. I teach semua, socialize, handle everything I teach. Handle people. Contohnya kan, I just say lah kan, this one I just nak cakap how important is soft skill lah. You don't underestimate. You jangan cakap, oh I dapat A. No, I have last time working with this company lah kan. At the time, I was in charge of hiring staff. So I hire this one student, this one pekerja lah, dia baru graduate. Memang 4 flat student, very excellent kerja. Lepas dia kerja kan, what happen ialah, bila ada masalah boyfriend dia, masa tu fresh kan tak kahwin lagi, boyfriend dia akan call I. Telling me this. So I pun cakap dengan boyfriend dia, sebenarnya siapa yang kerja kat office ni, you ataupun your girlfriend? She herself cannot come and talk to me. Tak boleh. Lepas tu after a few months saja dia tak sampai pun, dia tak sampai confirm pun, confirm adalah 3 months, tak sampai 3 months kan dia pun resign, tak boleh cope because you tak ada soft skill to talk to people, to communicate with people. Hidup dia adalah study je. So the spokesperson for this girl ialah dia punya boyfriend lah. Tapi I believe lah as time pass by dia akan learn lah kan, dia akan learn. Tapi no, this is not lah. It's very important. You cannot express yourself, it's not a good thing. You akan makan diri, makan hati, makan dalam, tak puas hati cakap kat belakang, umpat kat belakang. No, you don't do this. You tak puas hati, you face to face with the person. Talk in a very nice manner. You cakap elok lah, I'm not happy with this one. Okay, it's not mean like dia cakap macam ni, itu konsep yang salah tau. Dia cakap apa tau, ukhuwah, kita kena jaga ukhuwah. Bila kita kena jaga ukhuwah, kita jangan, orang tu buat salah, jangan tegur dia, ukhuwah. Kan? Because I dengar, ada someone say like this, ukhuwah. I say no, this is not ukhuwah. Lepas tu kat belakang, you mengumpat macam nak rock. Sebab tak puas hati. Itu ukhuwah ke? Itu is not Islam. Islam adalah satu bangsa, kita kena jadi satu bangsa yang berani, bukan bangsa yang takut, bangsa yang menegakkan kebenaran. Just talk it out, but in a nice way lah, bukan talk, apalah kau, no, say, I understand where you come from, you have a different opinion, like say food lah kan, your taste is different. My boy selalu cakap macam tu, mami apalah you makan macam ni, I say, sedap what. Dia kutuk-kutuk I, joking lah, joking. So if a real one, you just say, you akan cakap macam tu, I can see, okay, your taste is like this, because last time kan, when I in US ke apa kan, kalau ada my friend ni, dia dapat not so high grade lah, okay, dia dapat B ke C macam tu lah grade. Lepas tu dia tak ada kata macam lecturer tu salah ke apa, dia kata, now I can see the lecturer is focusing on this area. To them this is very important, but to me, however, I think this is more important. Sebab tu dia stress benda lain. Bila dia stress benda lain, the lecturer stress benda lain, dia tak dapatlah high marks. Sebab tu dia, this part is important. Tapi bagi lecturer, this part is important. Dia tengok angle lain. Contohnya lah, I cakap kan, I tengok colour, I tengok colour, colour you tak cantik lah, colour ni semua, you dapat C lah. Tapi bagi you, the colour is not important, but the shape is important. You focus on the shape, you design the shape nicely apa semua, tapi you did not get high mark. Dia tak kata macam I bodoh, no. The reason is why. You tengok how strong they are, how teguh they are with their principle, because of the soft skill. They are grow up with a self-confident, everything kan. Jadi dia rasa it's okay. I dapat C pun tak apa, because I did not meet the professor tu punya, dia punya point of view. My point of view, this one I also betul. Betul. So you cannot say, because we youngsters ni, we rakyat Malaysia suka sangat judge orang. Suka sangat. Kalau orang tu pakai tudung macam ni ke, pakai tudung macam tu ke, ketawakan dia, gelakkan dia, biar je lah. It's not your concern. Punya suka dia lah. Kan, you are new generation tukar. Don't be like my generation. My generation is like that one. Semua tak kena. Orang ni tak kena, orang ni tak kena. That is my generation lah. Tapi not the lecturer lah. The lecturer different. Our lecturer sama macam I lah. Because we handle student banyak sangat dah kan. So many viewpoint yang we tengok. We different lah. Lecturer level different lah. Like I say, you tengok lah. Kalau dalam TikTok ke, dalam apa ke, you tengok. Semua nak kutuk orang. Orang tu buat sikit nak ketawa. Orang tu nak video. Sometimes I comment di situ, you ambil video orang ni tidak people punya consent, you boleh kesensaman tau. Sebab I kata macam no, you should not. Sebab I bukan kata I nak tegur dia kat situ. Sebabnya orang tu nak style dia macam tu, biarlah. Tapi some memang joke lah. Some yang joke tu okey lah. But I mean, yang benda-benda yang tak sepatutnya lah, I rasa show that how small is your mentality. And this your mentality bukan affect people, tak affect you. You tak boleh go very far. If you judge people, you also judge yourself. You judge yourself. As simple as that. You also judge yourself. You pun tak berani nak go out. Because since you judge people, you will thought people judge you. You say, tak boleh lah, satgi orang kata apa. Satgi orang kata apa. You sendiri pun tak boleh move. Bila you dah change, if you don't judge people, if people judge you, you will say that You terus akan cakap, kau punya mentality ni. You did not blame yourself. You buat je. Biarlah ini. Itulah nak cakap lagi. So, sambil-sambil tu, I want to stress soft skill lah. It's very important. So, when you come to colour, design your, about designing kan, PowerPoint ni kan. I tell you, I dulu present, I use Min Chen punya method tu lah. I pergi belajar dengan dia punya style itu. I 3 kali lah I present paper. I get present papers yang I dapat tu lah. Satu dekat Yogyakarta, satu dekat Langkawi, tapi dia from India. India, IEEE India, dia buat dekat Langkawi, and satu lagi dekat UMP. I get best presenter because you buat design kan, you punya PowerPoint cantik-cantik, tapi dalam kelas tak adalah. I don't spend so much time on this one. I spend time bila benda-benda macam tu lah, yang event-event macam tu lah. So, tapi yang kat overseas tak sangat. Kalau yang kat overseas dia tak kisah. Dia tak ada best presenter. Overseas tak ada. Contohnya I pergi banyak lah. I pergi Paris, I pergi UK, I pergi Jepun, Turki. I present paper banyak dah kat overseas. Tapi kalau overseas they don't care. They not so much on they want to see the content sahaja. As well as the content. So they don't have a category for best presenter, tak ada. They only have the category award dia lain. So that's why I want to tell you how soft skill tu is so important. This one you kena pergi belajar sendiri lah when you know yourself. Sebab you pun, ataupun you pergi sign up lah kelas yang online tu RM50 ke, belajar lah yang benda-benda yang you suka lah, benda yang suka you buat. Okay, this is the thing. Habis dah kat sini. Let's see Since grey can seem a bit cold, consider using it with a hint of colour. Try a warm grey. Grey plus yellow, red. I like this lah. My one, I always like white, small white, my kursi grey, and then red tu my carpet. So dia menyerlahkan lagi. Or use another very light colour, super light yellow, to counting with this grey colour. Okay, let's see. Make sure your contrasts are high enough. Okay, your contrasts are high enough. This high enough, it means like this one. Let me show it to you. This one. Okay, this contrast must be high enough. If you use dark, use white. This one, background, this is not good. Don't use neon color as a background. Even though it say okay here, but I still don't like. Don't use neon color. Neon and neon. Tulisan neon, background neon color. It's not good. This one is background grey, light grey, but tulisan, you see, like also this tulisan dia dark. Lighter. This one tulisan dia white. White. So no exercise for you to this week. Your reader will be able to read your chart on their screen even in low light. So contrast may be very high to accept this low light, and even if use light color like grey. So this is especially important for text. The smaller the text, these are the things. The smaller the text, the higher it contrasts to the background need to be for it is readable. So this is the suggestion. If background ratio between background and foreground should be at least 2.5 for big text and at least 4 for small text. The contrast. Kalau small text 4, tulisan tu 4, small macam kata you kata grey kan. Grey ada dia punya level dia tu. Contrast tu must be high lah. This is what it means. Avoid complementary hue. Example, red and green, orange and blue. Bright color for background. Avoid all these things. Use light primary group for color of color. So benda-benda ni you will apply in your assignment Your assignment. And also your test. Your test I will give later lah. I show you. Sambil-sambil I ajar tu, I will tell you how your test will look like. Hue, all these things, don't use this color. And then consider where your color appear in relation to others. The smaller the area of your chart and the bigger the distance between them, the harder it is to compare them. Yes, this is true if you have bar chart. Okay, example lah bar chart. Or line chart pun boleh. Parallel coordinate chart pun okay. True for certain chart now. Example, your chart ada 20 bar dalam tu. Satu Malaysia, yang ujung sekali USA. Contohlah, yang tengah-tengah tu other countries in the world. Contohlah kan. Satu left, satu right. So you nak compare Malaysia dengan USA. They are so far apart. So what you can do is, that's why we have Power BI. Power BI you can tarik tau. The US tu you can tarik bubuh sebelah Malaysia. Then you compare. So this is what we do. Don't compare from far to far. You tarik, tak, then you snap lah, then you put inside your report. Then people can see. Daripada you tunjuk satu US jauh-jauh tu, difficult to do comparison. I bila baca report contohnya lah kan, when I read the report, jauhnya nak tengok. Kalau side by side, sekali tengok nampak. This is what it mean. So it's smaller the area on your chart. Smaller area, bigger distance, is harder to compare them. Consider giving small point or line a high contrast. So I put high contrast lah in the hue or brightness to make them easy distinguishable. This is contohnya macam ni. You see, this is big, easy to see. This is small, not easy to see. They are contrast dia lain ni, tapi difficult to see. This is what it mean, because they're small. Giving small point or line in high contrast. Okay, so what you do ialah increase the different, the contrast tu increase lah macam this one. Bubuh je lah kalau lain merah, biru, kuning, kan senang tengok. However, big area can handle tone down color with little contrast. Big area, okay. Like this one, they are big. Nampak kan contrast dia? They are big. Okay. However, okay. Okay, let me ask you this too kan. If you see this one, right? How many different color are there? Okay, type. I want to see. 3, okay, type there, I want to see. 3. Abang said 3. You see, they're different different. Okay, 3, 4. Rabia tu ada we say 4 lagi. Ada 4, ada 2. Nampak tak? Different people have different, different. How can you interpret differently when you try to convey the same message? 4, banyak nampak 4, ada 2, 4. You see ada 3, ada 2. Kan betul? 3, 4. Ambiguous, cannot nampak macam sama je, cannot detect lagi. Okay, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Satu color je nampak. Yes, satu color, betul. Nampak sama je semua. You see? So if you see different people have different answer, it means that this is not true. This is wrong. Okay, let's see this one. How many do you have here? How many color here? This one, the right one, the better one. Tell me. This one. No cap. No caption. Yes, betul. Okay, if you see this one, it's very obvious, right? Also confused. Yes. So here you can see that if different people have different, interpretation, it means that this is not a good. Because if I interpret differently data, example I say, this one, right, I say, oh, there are one type of bird. Contohnya lah kan, assume this is a map lah. There are one type of bird in Malaysia lah, contohnya map Malaysia. One type of bird saja kat Malaysia ni. You tengok ni. Dia scattered around dekat area ni. Another one person say there are 4 type of bird. And most of the bird, this type of bird scattered on the east. And this bird scattered on the west, north, south. See, different people. Then people say, ada 3 type saja punya bird dekat Malaysia ni. You tengok. So, that's why ini apa cerita ni. Let's see. The true size. A good sharing. Wait. While waiting It's slow. Padahal I dah increase dah. I have what? 100 apa tu? Okay. You see? Yeah. How it work? This one is what? Okay, they have a different zoom and so on. Okay, so this is what you mean, Okay, different color, easy to see. Okay. So, good sharing. Muhammad Iqbal, Okay, gradient. Gradient is not good in this. So, no, this is lead a lot of confusion. Don't do this. This is what I try to say. Okay, done that part. This one clearly can state that 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, but it's only good for map lah. Not big area you can see, small cannot see. So in exam, these are the things that I will ask you during test. I will give you this. How to improve this? How to improve this graph? Benda-benda macam tu. Use intuitive color. Intuitive color is mean color yang already register in your brain. Then you jangan kacau human punya brain. Example here, we know that forest is green, lake is blue. You jangan pandai-pandai nak tukar lake become red. Because people punya perception, they already register for so long in their brain, lake is always blue. Lepas tu bila you put red, what they need to do is they have to undo it. Unregister it. After they unregister, they have to re-register balik. Kan banyak proses psikologi kat situ. So we don't want. We want a fast grasp of information. When choosing color palette, consider their meaning in the culture of your target audience. Culture, our culture. If possible, use color. Like example, party color. Republican in America, red. Democrat, blue. So for Malaysia will be red is DAP kan. Blue is dacing tu and then we have what? Pass, the moon though. The moon is green color. So these are the things. Don't change. Red, we say alert. Bad, stop. Green mean good. I have one proton saga creator alert. Sekarang dah tak ada dah. Masa tu I was so shocked because kan I kan study kan benda-benda color ni semua. I was so shocked, proton saga tu I tak tahu dia buat sendiri ke ataupun dia memang proton keluar kan. Macam tu, I tak ingat dah. So this is long case, kan tak jumpa dah benda-benda macam tu. Benda pelik-pelik macam tu. Dia punya signal, dia punya signal kan kuning kan. Kuning kan. Tapi dia punya lampu apa, I tak ingat lah because it's a long case. Dia guna color kuning tu, color break kot. Untuk break tu dia guna kuning instead of merah tu. Soalnya tak boleh tau. All this thing, this color ni, dia dah gadget the whole world guna this standard. It's a standardized. You tak boleh suka-suka. Atau I ingat dah. Dia tukar color and then you nak pergi kiri, nak pergi kanan selalu orange kan. Dia guna color merah kot. Dia guna color merah. Benda-benda macam tu very dangerous because merah mean you want to emergency brake kan. Dia tukar that colour of the crater dia tu. Oh tak boleh tau. I tengok pun I tahu it's very dangerous. Dia akan, because I kalau drive mesti I ingat, oh dia tengah emergency brake, oh dia nak pergi kiri, tiba-tiba dia guna merah, I get a shock, you nak brake ke ni? Macam tu. Dia confused. Don't do this. Bila you kerja ke apa, jangan main-main dengan colour or this thing. Dia also got, dia ada dia punya standard and this standard people already study psychologically. Bukan saja-saja dia orang letak that colour and it's acceptable the whole world. Avoid the stereotype pink-blue combination. Yes, pink-blue ni, yes lah, pink-blue. Pink for ladies, blue. You can also change, not necessarily limited to pink. You can use like bright color. For women kan yellow, orange or warm green, light green. For men you can also use blue, grey. Color-color macam tu to represent masculine, strong man. Macam tu lah. Woman macam cantik-cantik, bola color this. So but not limited to this anymore. Blue or purple. And then you see good, bad, these are all wrong. Male, female, lake, forest, good, bad. These are all wrong. And then these are what we used to use lah. Let's see this one. Use light color for low value and dark color for high value. Today I take longer lah, I take 2 hours. When using color gradient, make sure that the bright color represent low value. Ini pun sama, we have learned in high school. Low cannot be dark, high must be dark. Dark population, this is higher population, low population. Tabulation of human as an example. So it means that there are more human here as compared to this day. Okay. Don't use gradient color palette for category. Category tadi I cakap tu, for discrete data, no. And always and other way round. Don't terbalik lah. It may be tempting to use shade of hue even for categorical to make your chart look less colourful. Contohlah fancy lah. You are minimalist. Minimalist memang macam tu. They don't like so many colours, so bright colour. They nak satu colour je. So, don't lah. Don't use. You boleh pakai, but not for discrete categorical data. Category data is like this lah. Not ideal. Use different colour. However, since many readers will associate dark color with more high or bright color with less low, such a color palette will imply a ranking of your categories. Use different hue of your category to avoid that and to be able, this one. Okay, bacalah this one. I just want to show you this one. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about see, honestly lah kan, if I put it, let's see apa color boleh. I should demo to you. Okay. With this design, I have different color kan. You see this color bukan saja-saja design tau. This color people already study. Dia tak buat. Certain color suit for different. You see, even though got red here, dark kan, or chocolate here, as compared to blue, but they ngam. This one even though got more color, but they ngam. So these are the things that people study. Because when I go to Min Chen punya talk lah last time, this Min Chen after that, dia lepas bagi Oxford tu dia datang Malaysia. We have collaboration. My supervisor buat collaboration. Sebenarnya I know Min Chen ni from my supervisor. My supervisor was the student of Min Chen. The student punya Min Chen lah. Jadi I pun pergi Oxford, and then my supervisor pun panggil dia datang Malaysia give a talk lah. So nak ambil dia saja first class, you tak boleh ambil dia flight yang biasa-biasa, tak boleh. And then after that ada cawangan Kedah, cawangan say, oh kita pun nak panggil Min Chen lah datang dah. Saya boleh, Tapi make sure the flight is first class. You jangan panggil dia bawa second class atau economy class. Lepas tu dia pun realize, oh macam tu tak boleh lah, tak ada cukup duit. Tak ada duit lah nak panggil dia kan. Flight saja pun, hotel dia pun kena 5 star. Because dia world class professor tau. Bukan professor yang cokiang-cokiang punya. Professor pun ada banyak level. This one is the highest level of professor. You tak boleh sebarangan. So I pergi top dia. And then he talking about all this colour. Ada dia punya star-star. Of course lah, dia dah di detail lah. Ini dah siap. Dia punya design adalah you design on your own. You design on your own. Kalau if you do not know how to design, pergi tengok lah sini. Oh, dia pakai colour ni lah. You ambil lah colour-colour dia. But this one people dah ada kan. Ataupun you go and Google up, dia ada group-group dia. These are the group colour that you can combine them together. Just pakai je lah. Implement lah in your craft. In your design. Okay, boleh this is what I mean. Let's assume I go this colour. Okay, when I go this colour, I tell you when I come to this one, okay, when I come to, contohnya lah kan, I come to this one, you all dah tak fokus tau kat sini. You fokus yang keliling ni. The keliling ni can extract more attention. So the choice of your background semua ni sangat important. I realise that bila I tunjuk lah dalam kelas kan, I bubuh je macam ni. Tiba-tiba bila I come to this part, I realise that the center of attention is not here tau, it's here. You nampak tak? When I come to this one, the center attention ialah yang, kalau I make it smaller kan, contohnya. The center of attention ialah yang keliling ni. So that's why your way, your design, everything is create attention, create all these things. I go back to my one, just plain kosong saja. I like this one, simple. So they take less space. I nak design apa besar-besar kat dalam ni senang. Kalau lain dia take space, susah I nak design. Okay, so this what trying to say dia ada group colour dia. I know if you want to be a data scientist, you want to extract knowledge, you want to add all this soft skill kat sini. To see that people will think that people will have a perception where, oh, you are very detailed, you are serious about your work. Itu you nak. This another unspoken communication language, body language, the way that you do. Yes, honestly, I tell you, when student present FYP ke apa, I can see one. Ini tak ada effort. Ini pun little effort. Ini very detail. Nampak kat situ. Use, but don't judge this one lah. My one adalah I want to put as much as information so that my PowerPoint is more on wordy sikit lah. The reason is because I nak you get the right message. Kalau I book point, nanti you dah lah tak ada buku. Kan, you ada nota tu aja. And then nanti misinterpret pula my information. Tak nak. So I buat memang like a nota lah. Actually my PowerPoint is a nota. It's not really a presentation sangat lah. But you don't do this lah bila you betul-betul present your FYP. Kalau I present my paper semua, will not be like this lah. Different lah Use lightness to build gradient, not just hue. When designing color gradient, lot of things need to be considered. These are all the group of palette that I told you kan. You can go and then you can see what group group dia lah. You ambil satu group then you apply. Don't place more than 2 hue with the same lightness in your gradient, but design it from bright color. This is what they try to say here. Okay. Here, too many. It's a hue but too many. A gradient but too many. Here, actually this one also not that good also. Putih kepada this is putih ni, dia start dengan putih. And dark. This one also not so good actually. Okay. So don't give rainbow, what they're trying to say here. And then this is better. This one hue just now kan, I say kan, one hue not good. Okay, use 2 so that you can distinguish Got two kat sini. This is one hue. Last, you nampak perbezaan dia. This one you cannot distinguish sangat. This one yes you can. Let's go to next. This one is if you were to use two color like this kan, two different. This is what color is this green dark green, and then this is chocolate like chocolate color. So this one is same group, orange and chocolate, they are same group. So this is not good. Cari dua color yang berbeza. So distinguish hue. Okay. Consider color blind people. Yes, color blind people kena take into consideration juga. Color blind dia ada color dia. You go and study. Like this one This is not ideal for blind people. Yes, this is better for blind people. This is normal vision. This is our normal vision. This is different. Okay, different. This one is not good. Don't use this one. Okay, let's see others. These are case study lah. Some of the case study that apply what we have learned before this. Study this is case study Tengok what others have done. Implement This is a real one. People have implemented what I've been talking about just now. You see, nampak tak kat sini? Dia punya legend dia kat sini. Adult relative. You know lah. Blue is adult relative. Legend dia kat sini. And then you see the title. Nowadays, we don't do the title yang pendek-pendek lah. Now the title is more on explanation. Like figure 1. Non-parental adult relative are important to Hispanic Latino student. 57% report talking with them about college aspiration. So the title panjang dah sekarang ni. Dia tak ada graph on adult relative. Dah tak ada dah. Dia panjang nowadays. Current trend. Because I got the book stress on this one so much. How important the title is. And that book also cost 300 plus. I tell you, book on visualization very expensive. Nowadays saja je kan yang you boleh download free tu. You pergi carilah. I tak tahulah, my boy teach me lah one time. I pun dah hilang lah benda tu. Nanti the website tu, you pergi kat website tu. Mula-mula I cari kat Amazon dulu. I cari tengok Amazon description of the book, the content. I dah flip the book kan, tengok dia punya page semua. Lepas tu I go to that place, you can download for free. Tapi download for free pun kalau teks, teori semua okey, tapi for programming tak boleh. Sebabnya sample programming, running apa semua tak ada. You tak dapat benda tu, dan you pun not so much help lah kan. So don't say I say you buat je lah And then this one, then you see the others grey. You want to highlight this only. These are in the discussion. And then you see this one, others grey, instead of using color, they use thickness. Okay, not thickness juga ni. This one, same group of color, that is black, grey kan. Tapi this one is darker, this one is less darker, the rest are grey. To show that we are discuss about this cheese and package, that's all. And then see this one, before. You see the title? Employees different on how they feel teacher were treated by principal. So principal think how I treat teachers, and teachers think how principal treat me. Principal think I teach teacher very good, you see. Principal listen to teacher concern, but teacher say no lah, you don't listen to us lah. Nampak tak? And then this one almost similar. Teacher hold principal accountability. Yes, I say yes. I can be trusted. Teacher say yes. Principal, yes, can be trusted lah. Principal support teacher decision, ya lebih kurang lah. This one no. School climate is positive. This one say yes. This one say no. Kan nampak beza. Teacher give individualized care to student. Teacher say yes, I take care of student, but principal say no, not really. Kurang sikit ni. No really, you can give more attention to student. Benda-benda macam ni So you see, when do comparison, they do side by side like this. And then the variable in the middle. Okay. So when I see this, right, when I see the same graph, you see the choice of color. Darker, it means, what does it mean? Someone please tell me. What does this one mean? When you see this, what perception you get? Type something, I want to hear, I want to see. Yes. Yes. More important, yes. Having strong opinion, yes. Lagi-lagi, I want to see your idea. I dah penat cakap ni. You all type sikit. I need to have a drink sekejap. Type. Yes, main point. I'm looking for ada benda yang very obvious kat sini. Yeah, 3 main point. What is the 3 main point? What they are trying to say? You tengok betul-betul apa yang these 3 point ni. Apa kat sini ni? Do you realize are the 3 main differences in opinion? Betul? 3 main differences in opinion. Yang lain tu macam lebih kurang sama. Integrity of topic. More important. Yes, more important to, yes, betul. So you understand. So ini je ke student yang ada, yang lain ni sunyi, sepi, malu-malu alah ke? Tak je, salah tak apa. Kalau salah, it's not your fault. The graph fault. Give you wrong information, give you wrong perception. Iqbal ada, good. Yes, main point. Yeah. I want to see lagi. Now, I want to see attendance also. Sekejap Hari ni ada berapa 65. Okay. Macam ada seorang je absent ni. Nanti saya tengok. Yes. I want to see more. More people give me idea. Yes. Okay, priority. Tak apa, benda yang sama. But what do you agree with your friend? Tulis je. Yeah. Okay. Okay, agree. Sabaria agree. Okay, so yes, betul. Okay, you can see. So here you can see that what they try to highlight are the three most important points here. Because these 3 points, they are the different. The main difference, ini you see, the different from principal and teacher. This one also different. Teacher say more, principal say less. This one teacher say less, this one say more. So, nampak tak the play of colour kan? Can give a different impacts to the communication, to people perception, to people grabs your information, communication, grabs on what you are trying to say. And then Android and iPhone control, you see, their focus is only Android and iPhone. And then you see this one, this is also two. You see the title, Android and iPod control 64% of the market. You see the title, Android and iPhone have grown to 64% market share, displacing Symbian. Okay, you see, this one is going up, this one going down. Of course lah, bila cut dan paste ni dia tak berapa clear lah kan. Okay, you see this one, the focus is on the top three, North Europe and South Pacific. That's all. Sales are highest in North America, Europe and Asia Pacific, APAC. Nampak kan? Okay, let's see this one. And then you can also do this. You can also do this by adding arrow. By adding arrow here to give more meaningful, to convey more information. See how BTEC rates versus competitor by feature. Nampak kan semua ni. Arrow lah, you add arrow. And then I tell you, this one Power BI, I think you can add code Power BI. Because usually my student use D3 kan. Kalau D3 tu is a programming language. You can do anything you like to it. You nak tambah apa, nak buat itu, nak buat ini, semua boleh. Power BI belum cuba lagi lah buat through this. Because Power BI is a tool kan. And then you can also make it category, same thing, same. But you want to say that we have support reliability is one group. Cost and security, we want to compare group by group. You can say that cost and security are basically low as compared to other group. Highest rate feature, mid rate feature, lowest rate feature. You can see that they are all lower rate feature. Mid rate is highest. Boleh. Okay, let's see this one. Sometimes this is what I will do. I will give you a graph. Then I will say, okay, can you improve this graph based on adalah benda dia nak express ke apa kan? You tell. Or let's see this one. This one, the richest country in the world. Richest here, it means that how expensive is a Big Mac in USD. So if your Big Mac cheap, it means you're poor. If your Big Mac expensive, it means you are rich. I pun lapar. Tengok ni, I pun terus lapar. Oh, dah nak habis dah masak ni. After this, order delivery McD. India, the cost is $1.58 ni. $1.58 dah boleh dapat. But Australia most expensive kan. Okay, when you see this, but let's see this. If you have two graphs like this, it gives you different message, it gives you different information, and you can do more comparison. Just now, my comparison is just that India is the cheapest, Australia is the most expensive. It means India can consider as poor country because they say richest. The title say richest. And this one is the richest country. That's all I can say. But if you combine two, you have more information that you can see. I can say that even though India is the poorest country, okay, even though in India, Big Mac is the cheapest, but they have to work the longest hour. It means 2.5 hours to get one McD, one Big Mac. Whereas in Japan, you just work for 14 minutes, you boleh beli satu dah. You see now, more information you can see. So for your project, this is what I want. That's why your dashboard must have, all graph that you want inside one dashboard. That is the reason. Because if I complete this one, I can see another graph talk about that. I talk about India, okay, about the Big Mac. And then I can also talk about other things, about the price of the meat, ke apa ke. Other information that all related to make, how to make this India cheap. Their labor cost ada lagi kat sini. That's why it's cheap. Dia lembu cheap. Another graph kat sini cheap because they don't eat lembu. That's why dia guna lembu untuk pertanian. And then bila lembu tu dah tua, dia sell, sembelih kan. Lembu tu dah tak larat dah nak buat pertanian. Then they sell. So they have lambak-lambak lembu as an example. So these are the things. The more graph you have, the more you can do comparison and so on. In your project, I want like that. I want you to discuss not just this one. Bagi I satu graph, ketua toy, and then you write. And then second one, another graph, write. Another, no. I want to see intelligent kind of discussion where you can discuss. Okay, now I tell you this kan. Some of you surely ada yang tak dengar tak apa kan. I tahu lah, like I say kan, you might be busy do something else. Okay, ada higher priority rather than my class. And then you will realize your report exactly like what I say don't do, you will do it. Because that is how we was teach during high school to do a report kan. Satu report, satu explain. Satu report, satu explain. And then you get less mark. If you get less mark, don't tell me I did not tell you because now you dah record kan? You dah record. I dah proof kat situ. I did mention to you. So what you need to do ialah when you do storytelling at the end of your report tu, make sure you ada intelligent of kind of discussion. Sama juga dalam test 1 and test 2. Mesti ada benda ni. I bagi you graph, I suruh you buat graph, then I say okay discuss. And then you tell me, I say 7 markah, I say 7 markah, 10 markah, I say 10 markah discuss. And then you pun bagilah 10 point. No, I say I nak 7 saja, sorry. I nak 7 saja point. Tapi markah 10. Your 7 markah kalau you bagi I seketui toy macam ni, satu graph, then you say this is the highest, this is the lowest. You, the most you can get ialah 7 saja lah. Tapi if you can discuss like this kan, ada relationship, ada correlation, maksudnya if this one going high, this is going low, okay, then only you can get full to 10 marks. I want, because you are taking my class kan, this is one whole semester you study, tak kalah tak ada improve daripada your high school. Kalau tak ada improvement from high school, maksud dia the outcome from this course fail lah. You tak akan dapat lah 10 tu. 10 tu ini you successfully apply what you learn in the class. Ada macam relationship kat situ. I might not ask semua 7 tu kena ada relationship. Probably 5, probably 4. Yang lain tu nak cakap maximum, minimum boleh lah. The extra one tu, yang another 4 tu based on relationship. Okay, this is another way what people have done. Okay, if I give this graph to you kan, I want you to write down. Example in test 1. This is consider mock test 1. I say, okay, what is wrong with this graph? Just tell what is wrong sajalah with this graph. Usually I will ask what is wrong and how to improve it. So now just tell me what is wrong with this graph. No title, pandai.
No axis.
Yes, X and Y pun tak ada kat sini.
Oh, values, no references. Yep.
References like how? You mean the legend?
The legend, I mean. Yep.
The legend pun tak ada. So who is that talking just now?
This is Adha.
What's your name?
Adha?
Adha.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Yang lain nak tengok.
No colour, madam.
No
Colour
colour.
yang penting.
Yeah. Why we need colour? Tell me.
To know what's the main point of the graph.
Yeah. So that you know that the main communication to which one is the priority. Priority in the discussion. Lisna Kamaru Adha kan you?
Yes, Doctor.
You have a very nice voice. You tak pernah intention ke nak jadi DJ ke, advertisement ke, pinjam your voice ke?
Really? You think so?
Last semester pun I ada satu. Kalau dia cakap kan, bunyi macam tu, pilot. Macam pilot bercakap. I selalu cakap dengan dia. Dia selalu ketawa. No Kamarul, ada. Yes, you can try.
Okay.
Audition.
Never had that compliment before, but thank you.
You go for pergilah audition, mana tahu kan, just using your voice for advertisement boleh dapat duit sambilan.
Oh my, okay. It's not a bad idea, thank you.
Yeah. Then my girl pun cakap, my girl have a very beautiful hand, tangan yang panjang-panjang, yang lawa tu. I selalu cakap dia, you pergilah. Tapi she tak nak, aku kata tak payahlah. Tangan pun aurat kan. Advertisement untuk tangan je, jual, tak kisahlah kan, jual apa-apa yang, dia letak you punya tangan tu je. Ya, betul lah. No label, betul. No range, yes. Jari lentik, ya. Jari panjang-panjang lawa-lawa. Even my boy pun sama. Dia all follow the father. I tak ada. I jari sangat ugly macam kayu. Okay. Yang lain mana? Apa lagi? Ya, banyak kekurangan kat sini kan. These are the things that you need to answer during exam. Of course lah, you buat karangan sikit lah. It's not ever a graph, just polygon being labeled with arrow sticking out. Wah, Kamarul, okay. Pedas ni Kamarul. Yes. So, this is what not good about this graph. It's not even look like a graph. Ini bawah ni. Apa benda ni? Do you think it's a problem here? Mula-mula I see, yes, no title, yes, banyak ni, Atila, Anis. Banyak isu kat sini ni. And then it's also quite confusing kan. The first time I tengok this graph, I pun wonder, apa benda JF ni? Then I realise, it's a month. Month of a year. Sekejap dia also not good. Bubuh je lah January, February kan. Ataupun Jan je, FEP, MEC. You see banyak. You see Natasha baru tahu Oh months. Lepas saya cakap baru Natasha tahu. So these are the thing. Sekejap ni, I tengah tulis-tulis sikit ni kat sini. Okay, so this is how your test will be. The way you jawab tu betul lah tu. Janganlah jawab jari lentik tadi tu. That is not the answer. Graph is not even a graph. You write no title. Tapi now you write in point form kan. You buatlah sikit karangan, tulis kan, explaining. Itu sahaja. If you answer all this thing, kalau I kata name 3, dah 3 point. Dapat dah markah 3. And then what they're trying to say here, the grouping is good. They group because the the focus here is the last quarter. October, November, December, the last quarter is in the focus, is increasing. And then here you can add this, add line lah. This one you can also add in PowerPoint. PowerPoint pun boleh. Power BI also can add this. But I like D3. D3 you boleh buat berbagai-bagai. Macam-macam, very nice. And this one is you don't draw and letak saja tau, it's automatically generate. So if you change the data and then the average also recalculate and a new line will be drawn. And then this is another way. Okay, nak bubuh 43 di sini, you want to be highlight. Again, is so dull kan. Dia ini je colour. If you want to highlight this one, you can highlight this bar lah, make it colour, the rest grey. Banyak can improve here. And then this one. This one thickness. Thickness as compared to others. It means the thickness here more frequency. Jason, di Hurulu. Okay. And then the thickness here, it means more frequency. This is what we want to highlight also. They are same color. This one same color of black. And then we see this one. This is not good. This is good. Don't put inside, but put in the middle. Okay. And then this is not good. You have line red, and then you have Europe black. What you can do is the label color it so that we know that this red bubuk arrow to refer to this line. Red line. This is black, make it black, refer to black line, which is Europe. Because this one too still okay, but if you have many lines kan, macam ni, Japan, South, dia ada lagi banyak, we do not know which one is which. So you do it this way. Like I say, the reason is not to confuse the user, to grasp the message that you are trying to highlight, because this is a communication. You want to highlight this, you want to tell them, let them understand. And then finally, actually we can stop our class 10 minutes early because we start at 10. So we can, tapi I dah terbapas lah ni. Sikit je lah This color emotion. See all this psychology, people have done study. Because they have done one study kan, they call, I baca lah satu ni. They want to design a small radio, a fancy radio lah for youngsters. A small fancy radio for youngsters. Lepas tu they call lah a few youngsters dalam bilik meeting, and then you discuss lah a few hours lah. Okay, red will be nice, macam ni will be nice, ada feature ni will be nice. Semua akan kata black is not nice. Semua kata black is not nice. Lepas tu towards the end of the meeting, they are, I want to say, questionnaire for teenagers lah, preference lah. They are the case study lah. Lepas tu bila keluar, then they say okay. Then dia letak the radio lah, another radio yang dia orang dah buat dah. And then ada bagai-bagai colour lah, ada merah, ada biru, ada macam-macam colour, ada black lah, apa semua dia letak kat situ. They say, we appreciate you because you involved in our study, so please take one. And then most of them take black. You see, walaupun dalam meeting tu cakap berkobar-kobar, nak colour merah lah, nak colour itu will be nice, tapi bila dia keluar, then they realise that okay, black lah. In future we use black lah. Nampak tak? So psychology, they study je. All these people study, especially user interface, UX, user interface design for web, semua they study. Okay, now talk about colour. Optimist. These are the colour, the message. And then MACD colour apa? Orange, kuning kan? Kuning ke orange MACD?
Merah orange. Merah
kuning.
Merah kuning kan? Merah kuning. Not orange kan? Not orange kan? Merah kuning, yes. Kenapa? For food, you better use colour yang exciting. Because colour yang exciting ni akan membuatkan orang lapar dan nak makan lagi banyak. Striking, yes. Merah kuning, striking colour, yes. Don't use black. Tapi black pula, kalau pinggan black ni okay juga. Sometimes we tengok dalam yang courses punya style kan, pinggan big black, and then tengah-tengah tu makanan you ikan ke apa putih colour, and then daun-daun kuning lah, merah lah, cili merah lah, and then dia bubur sos lah apa semua, then look very striking, look macam you are focusing. Semua black, you are focusing. That one is okay. Because I have tried this. Accident sajalah I found this a few years back lah. Dulu I ada beli pinggan-pinggan yang macam bila masa tu dekat overseas lah kan. Overseas kan murah pinggan-pinggan ni semua, vision apa semua ni murah. Kalau kat Malaysia kan mahal, ratus-ratus, 700, 800 kan. Kalau kat overseas murah. Benda yang tax bawa balik pun murah. And then I beli pinggan ni and this pinggan is a vision lah, color hitam and tak ada je kat Malaysia. The design tu memang tak ada, kat overseas je ada. Dia hitam, dia tak bulat tau, dia macam petak sikit. Lepas tu dia ada bunga kecil tepi tu. Oh, looks so cantik lah. So I belilah, I beli mangkuk besar, pinggan makan semua. I belilah yang complete set lah, pinggan besar-besar. Lepas tu I usually buat open house lah for raya kan. For raya selalunya tak minggu yang awal lah, lepas I balik kampung tu lah, minggu kedua ketiga tu I buat lah. And then I bubuh makanan macam rendang dalam pinggan yang hitam, mangkuk yang hitam ni. Tapi pinggan dia cantik, mangkuk dia cantik, bukan kosong. Dia ada shape-shape gerigi-gerigi tepi tu semua. It's quite dark. Honestly tak nampak menyerlah makanan tu. You bubuh rendang dalam bekal besar tu, you rasa macam nampak tak menarik. Lepas tu dia I transfer, I bubuh dalam yang putih, yang dish putih besar tu. Kalau perempuan you know lah kan yang putih. So putih ada bunga-bunga. So I realise that bila bubuh dalam putih dia cantik. Dia nampak macam makanan tu. So I realise tak apalah, I beli simpan lah buat collection dia kan. I pun jarang dah pakai benda tu. Kalau benda tu I bubuh buah-buah je. Kita bubuh buah. Bukan buah pun people tahu je kan, buah bikai, buah apa kan. Bubuh buah je. So it is true. It's true psychologically. And then balance. If you are grey, siapa tadi suka grey? You are balanced person. Cool kind of person. Balance lah, tak cepat melatah raya. Ya, raya tak ada lah. Plate presentation very important, betul. I have dulu kan UiTM ni, kita kan ada hot catering tu. And then one of the pensyarah, dia husband dia hot catering tu lah. So every time student nak exam, dia akan ada voucher. Dia jual voucher dia RM10. RM10 tu you pergi makan kat hotel UiTM belakang tu. Bila kat situ, makanan courses. Selalunya makanan courses, dia bukan buffet. Sebab student nak test adalah high class punya level, bukan buffet tau. High class punya level adalah courses tu lah. And then, dia akan macam tu lah. Lecturer tu, ala-ala dia orang dah masak. Ala-ala dia orang dah design. Then my friend will tell me, okay, hari ni dia orang nak test adalah untuk design sahaja. Bukan untuk test, untuk taste of the food. Sedap tak sedap lain story. Dia nak test design of the food tu saja. Designing pun dia tengok, food pun ada designing. Jadi, student tu akan design lah. Dia akan buat, katalah, meja pun tak banyak. Dia dalam 3 meja macam tu je. Jadi student tu akan buat lah 3 orang dalam beberapa orang kan. Jadi nasib lah dia dapat design apa, dapatlah design apa kan. Berapa student yang dia ada lah masa tu. Jadi student tu mungkin dia akan buat 3. Student ni akan buat 3. Tapi different student, jadi banyak design lah. Even though it's a same, it's a fish. Tapi orang lain design lain-lain. Jadi dia, markah adalah untuk design sahaja. Jadi dah dia orang masak, takkan nak buang kan. Jadi kita bayar lah, kita bayar tu untuk kos. Tapi kalau betul-betul mahal lagi lah. At least adalah income kat situ, at least cost lah, lepaslah cost. I think beyond cost lah pun. Sebab semua free kan, UiTM, meja apa semua tu free for student. So this is what you mean presentation very important, yes. Raya insyaAllah lah tahun depan kita boleh lah pergi open house. Kita balik pun tak raya hari tu. Okay, these are psychology colour you can go and read on your own. I dah ambil dah masa you lebih dah. You pun nak makan. I think that's all lah for today Kita sudahi dengan tasbih kifarah Okay, I exit I pun dah lapar dah ni. Okay, bye. After work I got another class with you all kan. This one of you.
Okay, Doctor. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
Doctor.
Thank you, doctor.